Hey everyone, it's Clint. Late video, but I guess better late than never. It's just been incredibly busy, so this is when I'm doing this video. Appreciate you all. I've got to say, I look back and I think when I started this YouTube channel, I got so angry, and that's really what motivated me to be making a video every single day. Things have been relatively good, really. I've been happy. And so it's been a little bit more difficult to make a video every day. Is that weird? I don't feel like anger should motivate me, but it kind of does. I'm just being honest. So lately, I don't know. I'm not happy. It just feels like the world has gone mad. The comic industry is getting their way in using words. There's a war of words going on. And I have to say, I guess that they've been successful at scaring people. So I'm gonna make this. We'll see. I'm really excited about making this video. Actually, last thing to say, I've got no video, and that's because I'm 90% sure that my webcam is just broken. I have no idea how to get it to work. It's not working. So you don't get to see my beautiful made for radio face. But we'll get into this. So here's the quote of the day. This is Neil Adams, in all caps. White brothers and sisters, try not to be white, in quotation marks. In your heads, please try. You must be smarter than that. Now that's the most absurd and racist thing that I've heard today. But there you go. That's comic legend Neil Adams. Bless his soul. So, possible title for this video: How to get attention in the comic book industry. I was not going to make a video talking about this YouTube channel, and I'm still not specifically going to talk about this YouTube channel. I'm going to suggest not to look them up, not to encourage them, but I just got a broader point to make, okay? Some very small YouTube channel decided to host Ron Mars for an interview. Apparently you can get any YouTube channel, doesn't matter how small it is, you can get anyone from the comic book industry on for an interview. If you say the right things and hate the right people. That's what this comes down to. There's performative hatred going on, and it's obnoxious because it appears to be working, at least as far as the public is concerned. So here we go. First, should I play this clip? I better not. I'm not even going to play this clip. I don't want to give anybody any ammunition. Basically, they asked Ron Mars about the whole Cecil Dynamite variant cover thing. And Ron Mars said, I'm going to paraphrase here a little bit, but try to get close to his exact quote. He said, he's all for Comicsgate making their own comics and doing their own thing. That's cool with him. It's just when they start being jerks, that's when he has a problem. And then he continued on to say that he was upset at Dynamite for publishing or trying to publish a cover. So you see how ridiculous this is. That was literally somebody just making a comic book. He said he didn't have a problem with that, but in fact he does. To which he said F Cecil, and everybody on the chat in the stream was giggling wildly. So I think a lot of people went and watched that. They watched that video. So now they released this, and it's a Twitter video. I think there's profanities in it. I'm not going to play it because I don't have to. But basically they are just saying FCG because they have seen that they got the most views and the most downvotes. Most views that they have gotten ever, I'm sure, on this channel from this one stream. So they're going to go ahead and harp on that. Why? Because it is safe to do so. There is hatred and vitriol. You are safe to do it because you're hating the right people. Second, not only is it safe, you are also rewarded for doing so. I guarantee you, this channel, as long as they keep doing this, give it 2 weeks, they're going to be having the biggest names in the industry touting them as the best YouTube channel, best stream on YouTube, and perhaps you're going to start seeing more people jumping into YouTube to do the same thing. I welcome them. Go ahead, make videos on YouTube. Do what you're going to do, but I just got to point out the hypocrisy in this. If you're against hatred, if you're against monetizing hatred, that's what you say. This is transparent apparently exactly what you're doing. You're starting a YouTube channel to hate on a safe group to hate. And what group is that to hate? A hate group. This is the terminology that has been used often. I've been seeing it more frequently. I've been seeing private conversations. People are saying, "Hey, I know that CG's not a hate group. I know you're not a hateful person, but people seem to believe that you're a hateful person. Therefore, because of that, I want nothing to do with you." So let me get this straight. If a stranger tells an absolute lie about someone, now that lie has to become the truth, because standing up against that lie is just too scary to do. This is ridiculous. So normal people, when they hear the term hate group, perhaps most people aren't going to go Google it, and they're not going to go find out, oh my gosh, Sweetcast, is he really a hateful person? Let me look this up. They're not going to actually look for anything. They're going to take your word for it. And normal people, when they hear hate group, they actually think of Nazis, KKK, so on and so on. This is what they think about. They're not thinking about comics. They're not thinking about what amounts to a wide political swath of individuals that are just fed up with the comic book industry. They're going to equate it with this. And I saw, again, bigger YouTubers saying that the Vox Day connection, on and on about all these kinds of things. It doesn't matter the fact that there was a big war over Vox Day. Okay, it doesn't matter about that. I've made a video. It got actually copyright claimed. This was over a year ago. I made a video on my stance on Vox Day. I read through his blog. I severely disagree with him, and I think his ideology is bad. It's a mother load of bad ideas. That's what I think. Where the little things that we agree on, I'm guessing basic free market capitalism, some other things, that does not mean that we actually agree. It does not make your politics the same. So it's just insane the level that they'll go to say that there's this guilt by association, rounds of guilt by association. It's disgusting. I'm sick of hearing it. Not only that, I'm disheartened by people that are afraid. We talked about that other hit piece on my last live stream, and about how they used the term, they said that Ethan and Dynamite Comics were working together in secret so that they could protect Dynamite Comics. My guest, Fresher Luke, brought up the point: protect them from what? That is the most insightful question I hadn't even thought about that. It hadn't occurred to me. Protect them from what? Everybody knows that if you're labeled as a member of a hate group, your life is suddenly going to get a lot more difficult. And it doesn't matter what you say to distance yourself from that term, it is going to stick with you forever. Why is that? That's because there's an actual campaign of people working to push others that they don't like for political and probably some personal reasons. They're going to use the term hate group or harassment campaign in order to make those people blacklisted. You can't work in comics. You can't get in comics. Not only that, but you should never talk to anybody unless you're punching them in the face. That's the only way that you should be associating with the comic book industry. This is disgusting. It's lies, outright lies, and it is happening every day. And why is it that the entire comic book industry has suddenly agreed to go along with this fantasy? Why on earth is nobody saying, hate group, now hold on, that's at the least, that's kind of hyperbolic. That's a little bit of hyperbole. Nobody is. Because if you do, they will come after you. And then you're automatically going to be listed as a member of a hate group. There's a fantasy going on. You have to share the fantasy. I'm just sick of this. So luckily, There, somebody who was saying this. Somebody was saying that this is the death throes of the comic book industry. I think it's true. I think a lot of creators are worried about where their next paycheck's going to come from, and they can't stomach the idea of going to crowdfunding. You know, man. Anyway, it's crazy. So this is how you get attention. You can hate, but you can only hate the people that the industry has decided it's okay to hate. You can be against hate, uh, unless it's against the right group of people. It's just insane. So if you hate, stop hating on people. That's a good idea. Be kind. If you want to be kind, be kind. Associate with whom you want to associate with, but why on earth? Why try to police everybody else's relationships? I don't get that. So thanks for watching. Really appreciate you all. If you have not signed up for the pre-launch page or mailing list for Fatal, I suggest you do so quickly. Downcast 2 is going to be shipping. I just emailed the printer again today. The books are being printed. We're on track. I just got to get the books. I will ship those out. Appreciate you all. Thank you so much. And I will see you in the next video.